Welcome back to our special late-night edition of Hardball. For tonight's debate, we assembled a group of voters up in suburban Philadelphia. Let's hear what they thought of the debate. MSNBC's Norah O'Donnell joins us now from King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. Norah, you've got them to hang around. That's great. Tell us what they're... Well, go ahead. Take over.
Absolutely. Well, it was fascinating. By 60 to 40%, these voters from here just in the suburbs of Philadelphia thought Obama won the debate. And we used these things, dial testers, to see how they viewed certain things. Really interesting. Want to play for you a soundbite from McCain on the economy. It was asked by Tom Brokaw, would you give Congress a date certain to reform Social Security and Medicare? McCain answered by talking about taxes and attacking Obama. Watch the lines in response on this.
Senator Obama has voted 94 times to either increase your taxes or against tax cuts. That's his record. When he ran for the United States Senate from Illinois, he said he would have a middle-income tax cut. You know, he came to the Senate and never once proposed legislation to do that. So let's look at our record. I've fought higher taxes. I have fought excess spending. I have fought to reform government. Let's look at our records, my friends, and then listen to my vision for the future of America.
Really interesting, Chris. That was one of the more significant drops we saw from McCain. Heather is a Democrat. Why did your numbers go down on McCain for that?
I think his tone throughout the whole thing was very condescending. It was almost like he was kind of talking down to everyone, especially the middle class. There's just something about it that I didn't like the way he was answering the questions.
Chris, it was really interesting on a couple of the times when McCain either made jokes. Independents actually dipped a great deal. They scored, generally speaking, Obama a lot higher. Want to play for you Obama, talking specifically about Iraq. And watch how even Republicans responded when Obama talked about Iraq. Listen.
Senator McCain, in the last debate and today again, suggested that I don't understand. It's true. There are some things I don't understand. I don't understand how we ended up invading a country that had nothing to do with 9/11, while Osama bin Laden and al-Qaeda are setting up base camps and safe havens to train terrorists to attack us. That was Senator McCain's judgment, and it was the wrong judgment. When Senator McCain was cheerleading the president to go into Iraq, he suggested it was going to be quick and easy. We'd be greeted as liberators. That was the wrong judgment.
As you see, cheerleading the president, that green line, independence really peaks right there. Anil, you're an independent. Tell me why.
Well, I think part of the reason why, Obama seemed to address, more of what we're looking for as far as an answer. If you're hearing him talk, he was answering the question directly, and I think that seemed to, especially from my perspective, from an economy perspective, he really handled the questions much more thoroughly than John McCain did.
Chris, do you have some questions for the voters here?
Well, I want to ask them about that very question. Do you all really pay attention when you hear these questions in this debate and really clock the candidate and want them to answer the particular question? Does it bother you when they go off and digress and give their speeches? Does it bother you?
Teresa?
Yes, they keep evading the issue. I think that we should go after bin Laden. I don't care where he is, if he's in Afghanistan, Pakistan, or Kachak, and it doesn't matter. Go get him and kill him. Thank you.
Chris, another question?
I guess that's an answer to my question, but I just generally, does anybody have an idea? Because last week Sarah Palin basically gave speeches very nicely, very well spoken, obviously, but she would ignore the question. I just wonder if it bothered people when they saw that last week, if they saw that debate. Because that was a big issue last week.
Chris, we have another Chris here who's a Republican. What about that?
I can't stand when they go off on a tangent. In fact, when they went off on a tangent tonight on the debate, especially with the taxes, both with Obama and McCain, I voted greatly against it. I actually want them just to address the questions, address the issues, and give us some more specifics. And McCain didn't really do that. Obama did it with some of the issues, but not everything as well. They both need to work on it.
Chris?
What did they think of the tone of the two candidates? Did they have a sense that McCain was angry? Did they have a sense that Barack had a better lightheartedness? In other words, their bearing as individual people, did that affect their thinking about the candidates tonight? Not their words, but their manner.
Hi, Chris, Marianne. Yes, I thought McCain's jokes fell flat. I think with so many important issues facing the country today that they must stay on issue, forget the jokes, and let us know in simple terms how they're going to fix the ills facing this country.
Well, there you have it, Chris. A good cross-section here, as you know, of this is Swing County, and Pennsylvania may decide this election. This is a state McCain has been spending a lot of time in, but Obama has the advantage in terms of registration, spending money here, and the latest polls average show him up about 11 points. Chris?
Okay, Nora, it's great to have you. It's a great service for us to learn from you. Thank you all for doing this for us. Thank you for helping us understand your thinking, and it's nice to get a different perspective than we've ever had before. Thank you so much, Nora. Of course, it was great working with you again. Thank you from everybody up at King of Prussia.